evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy new moon in Cancer. I hope you all are doing well today. This can be very emotional for some, especially those that have their moon in Cancer. This could be a very sensitive time. And before I get into all that, I do want to let you know the energy that I'm feeling right now. So first, for the stone that I'm feeling for this moon, I am feeling a Labradorite. And Labradorite is such a wonderful stone. I don't know if you can see that well. I wish you could see all the beautiful reflections that this stone has in it. I can't turn that light on, you wouldn't be able to see anyway, and it's cloudy outside again, but this is a beautiful stone. I love Labradorite. Did you know that Labradorite is called the Temple of the Stars? Isn't that amazing? This is about transformation of the intuition into intelligent thought. It's a great stone. This is the matriarch of the subconscious, and it symbolizes the moon to help you go forward without constraints. It is related to cycles, so it's about cycles of progression. Also, it symbolizes the sun. Isn't that wonderful? And it symbolizes the vitality of the self during transition. So this means that while you're going through these transitions, this helps strengthen your inner core. This unites the self-understanding to realize and achieve your destiny. So, using this stone, it's really good to help you with your intuition. It helps you break free from those constraints of the cycles. It helps you end those cycles. Now, this also promotes the intellectual thought with the intuitive, mystical, and psychic wisdom. Humans are the being of light, and this helps us transcend the limitations of the past to thoughts of the future. So it kind of helps us release those limited thoughts that we used to have about ourselves, those negative things that we had, and it helps us to release those so we can look forward into a better future. Now, it has also, been used to clarify the eyes, and it stimulates the brain, the mental activity, and it does help to reduce anxiety and stress, and it does assist with digestion and your metabolism. So this is a wonderful, wonderful stone, and I think this is very important because for Cancer, this moon in particular, we have a lot of vulnerability, the feelings of vulnerability. We have been pushed out of our comfort zones with everything that's been going on in the world, and it's putting us in a place to where we're on new ground. And this stone is really helpful for us to ease that anxiety and ease that tension. And it does help with digestion, because when we are stressed and when we are anxious, we have trouble with our stomach. We have trouble with digestion and things like that. So I think this is a really important stone to have with us for the next 2 weeks until this is a new moon cycle. The full moon will be on the 23rd. So this will be really, really good to have with us. Now, another stone I want to talk about is ocean jasper. This is my piece of ocean jasper. You can see how beautiful it is. And it has the little divots in there. It is part of the quartz family. So you'll see these little sparkly parts in it. These are only found in Madagascar. Ooh, what a word. And it's also called ocean orbicular and the Atlantis stone. So it is, I really do like this stone. I like to sleep with it by my head. It was really, really good. And, you know, this stone helps bring joy. It helps it's connected to the heart chakra. So it helps release negative feelings. It helps the heart chakra and the solar plexus. Enhances personal power. And you can get so mesmerized when you look in some of these stones. And it helps you gain a better understanding of your feelings, which I think is very important right now for a Cancer new moon, because there's a lot of feelings here involved. And for a lot of us, we don't exactly understand why we're having those feelings and what those feelings mean. So that is one of the reasons why I picked this, because it helps us. This works through our throat chakra, and it helps us communicate those feelings, and it helps us communicate you know, some of the things that we are feeling. Now, I want to move on to the astro update, and I'm looking through my handy dandy notebook. I love to make, I have a moon journal that I write in, so I like to keep a good account of what's going on, of the energies, and that's really good too. You can start your own moon journal, and you can you know, talk about, you know, the moon, what phase it's in. You can talk about the feelings that you're in, what you're going through, and it's really good for that, for self improvement, for self growth. It helps you take that responsibility and heal your inner self. Now, speaking of our inner self, new moons are always about a new beginning. It is a new moon cycle. And the new moon will be at 9:16 p.m. Tonight, and that's Eastern Daylight Time. And this is a very soft and loving moon. There is some aspects with Pluto, and this is going into tearing away some of the stuff that's just not really us anymore. So this energy is really wanting us to be very authentic and true to ourselves, especially with Leo coming in play. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit, because we are really having some energy playing in between Cancer and Leo. And this is very important, because this is our feminine, this is our masculine. And this is very, very important. Cancer wants us to be in tune with our environment. And, you know, this moon really is wanting us to hear what's not being said. It's about listening to that intuition. You ever heard of reading between the lines? And this is associated with that. Many times we see stuff and we think, you know what, there's more stuff that's going on here, and you know, we need to get to the bottom of it, and that's what this is. So it's, you know, wanting us to look at what's going on under the surface, coming back into harmony with yourself. Moon is the home sign of Cancer. So this, you know, when the moon is in Cancer, when the sun is in Cancer, especially this, when the sun is in Cancer, it's like it's illuminated. So that's going to touch in on the moon. And the sun and the moon, you know, the sun is the self and the moon is your emotions. So you're really getting real with what do you value? What is important to you? So one of the biggest thing is about uh, trusting yourself. Cancer wants you to deeply trust yourself. Listen to your intuition and trust that. Trust that feeling that you're having. Um, this is also the sign of safety and comfort. So when Cancer is not in its, you know, safety and comfort zone, when it's pushed out of that, it does feel vulnerable, like the crab, it goes into its shell, and or it, how you go, it scoots away, it avoids it, right? So it is really time to understand the whys, and like, why did this happen? Why is this going on? It's wanting you to connect those dots. So it wants you to see the root of the issues. So like I said, it is opposition to Pluto, and Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. So, this something is challenging you to grow. That is pushing you out of your comfort zone. It's pushing you to grow. And this is a wonderful opportunity for that new beginning, that new growth. And one other thing that is highlighted here is about stepping out of your feelings and understand your own power. And, there's a lot of emotional transformation that's going on here. Pluto is about transformation, and Pluto loves to destroy in order to create. So this is very, very important at this time, and this is wonderful, wonderful energy. And there's a lot to really work through. The new moons want us to go into ourselves, and that's exactly what's happening. We're being pulled inward. We're being pulled. These energies are pulling us inward to listen. So this is about, tonight, the best thing to do. I thought about doing something, doing some kind of a little something for a new moon, but in actuality, this is not what this moon is really, really wanting. This moon is wanting us to go inward and to listen to spirit, to connect to our higher self, and to help us hear the messages that are, coming from our higher self, that are coming from spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. This is saying that it's time to come inward and listen just a little bit. There's some things going on. There's been some, everything that's going on in our world has really changed a lot of our lives. For many people, their jobs completely changed. Either they lost it, or now they are working from home, a different concept. And, people are having to, maybe they had to get a different job doing something that they, wasn't prepared for. There could have been family separations that have emotionally hurt you. There could have been relationships that's ended. So this is really, really important, and is really touching on that inner part of us. So yeah, this is going to happen at 18 degrees of Cancer. Now, another thing that we have going on is Mercury is ending its shadow phase. And on the 11th, Mercury is going to enter Cancer. And guys, this is going to be, he's going to want to rest. You know, Mercury has been working in Gemini, that air sign that's very fast. Air signs move very quickly. And he has also been retrograde. So he's having to go back over some stuff. And that can be very draining, energetically draining at times. So he's going to want to rest, and he's going to want to, we're going to tap into how we can clearly communicate our emotions. We have a lot of stuff going on, and even when you look at social media, you can see some of this stuff that's going on. It's very disheartening to see some of this happen. Another thing that's playing is that Mars and Venus on the 11th, they are going to be in a conjunction from 18 degrees of Leo, there's a number 8, to 21 degrees of Leo. So 18 it equals 9, which is about an ending. This is about an ending, but with endings, what happened? Well, that's a new beginning. And the number 21 equals 3, and that is about creation. 3 is the master manifester. So we have Venus and Mars coming together. We have the feminine and the masculine coming together. And when this happens, new worlds are created. When the masculine and the feminine energies come together, creation abounds. So I'm really excited to see what is going to be developing through this energy. Now, the Cancer and the Leo energies that are playing out here, because, we have the sun still in Cancer, we have Mercury moving into Cancer, and then we have Venus and Mars in Leo. So this is really, really taking us to our authenticity, and this is also a balance that is being created. So as we are going on, today is the 9th, and we have the 10th, and this is going to be Sunday on the 11th when this is beginning. So, things are becoming clearer. We're starting to have some clarity. The debris is falling away, and we're starting to have clear waters, or you should say the sky is clearing with clouds, and we're starting to see the clear blue skies. So we are really coming into that clarity, that truth, what is important to us, what matters to us, what truly matters to us. And we are being urged to connect to that, what truly matters to us, in order to express that in our outer life. So, these world changes that are happening, this is really pushing us to, again, this can bring about some very vulnerable energy. But it is when we are in that vulnerability that we are able to open up to those things that are important to us. That is when you can truly feel it. Only when you allow those walls to break down can you allow energy to come into you. And Cancer is receptive. Cancer absorbs. So, again, there can be some high energy, some high emotions here. So, you need to watch out for that. What we have to really concentrate on is that healthy place inside, that healthy balance. We are beginning to, recognize who we are. Who are you? Who are you? You're a son or a daughter, you may be a wife, a girlfriend, a husband, a boyfriend, etc. But who are you under all the surface? And that is the key to this moon right there. It is moving us into that balanced energy between the feminine and the masculine. And there's a healthy place here. It's not going too far over here to the feminine, and it's not going too far over here to the masculine, because both are just as bad. It's about finding that harmonic balance that we can coexist. And that works with ourselves. If you're having trouble, setting healthy boundaries for other people, well, that's a clear indication that you are not allowing your masculine energy to operate correctly. Feminine is receptive, whereas, you know, masculine energy is assertive. So we have to find that healthy balance, because in our world right now, as you can see, it's not. It's all the way over here, it's all the way over there. And it can be quite confusing for people who, especially young people, the children that are coming up in the world that don't really have a lot of world knowledge. And we are seeing this in our young people. They are really confused. And, it is up to us older people to help them, find that harmonic balance, to help them say, you know what, too much of this is bad, too much of that is bad. We need to understand moderation. Moderation, moderation, moderation. And one of the things is that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be yourself. And that's something that I really had to work on. It's okay to be yourself, because for me, I've always been a mother. I've always been a wife. So I've always had those identities that came first in my life. And then I had to learn how to, what is my identity? When I'm not a mother, when I'm not a wife, who am I? And for many people, you can get lost in those roles, and you can see people that jump from relationship to relationship, and you can see how they have lost who they are. They don't know who to be without a relationship, without being in a relationship. And that's why it's so important to take that time after a breakup, after divorce, whatever. It is so important to take that time to be alone, to figure out who you are without that energy presence in your life. Because no matter what, how much we fight it, when we are in relationship with someone, whether it be a marriage, whether you're living together, when you're living together in the same house, that's a really, really bonding experience, and those energies can mesh. So when you separate, well, you're ripping that energy connection, you're ripping that. So you need to take that time to heal those wounds. You need to take that time to discover who you are again. And this is okay. And, we see some people that, are going after things, that are doing things in their lives, and other people saying, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be focusing on that. No, be yourself. If your heart is not in your path, then you do not need to be on that path. Period. If your heart is not in that relationship, is not in that job, then that is not you expressing who you are. And not only is that unhealthy for you, but if you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, that is unhealthy for that person. If you truly care about that person, if you truly, truly care about that person, you'll want the best for that person. And if you're not the best for that person, then you need to face up to that. That's you. we always want the easy way out. And right now it's saying, no, no. The easy way out always puts us in places that we become stagnant, that we become the zombie. You know, do y'all remember that commercial? It's time to make the donuts. Time he's getting up out of bed and time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. He's not even who he is. He's operating on autopilot, and you know he's pretty much a zombie. He's just operating and doing what he's always done. So here, we are being encouraged to be more of ourselves, and it's okay to want whatever. You want a boat. It's okay to want a boat. You know, you want a new car. It's okay to want a new car. You know, it's okay. The times for guilt, the time for us being guilty for wanting to be happy is over with. And this is an opening. This moon is offering us this beautiful opening to step into the new parts of ourselves. It is, you know, allowing us to bring about those parts of ourselves that's been hidden, that's been shut down. And, you know, this is, you know, helping us to integrate the heart as well, to find that inner strength. You know, allowing the new parts of yourself to surface. And that is really the biggest message I really want to put into this new Cancer new moon astro update, is that it is time to allow yourself to be you. Go inside. Listen to the messages that Spirit has to offer you. Listen to your intuition. Listen. Just be quiet and be still. So this isn't external, this is internal, and this is eternal. This is a time for you and Spirit. This is the time for you to spend that time with God, Spirit, Divine, Universe, whatever you want to call it, and listen. Cancer wants us to connect, and Cancer is wanting us to connect to divinity, to ourselves, to Spirit, and it wants us to open up and receive this wonderful, wonderful blessing. So with that, I'll bid you all a wonderful new moon, and I am going to do just that. I am going to go sit outside and listen to the thunderstorm roll in, and I'm going to hold on my Labradorite. I'm going to hold on to my ocean jasper, and I am going to listen. I wish you all many, many blessings. Blessed new moon. Remember your manifestation. And it should be one of following yourself and listening to your inner voice. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you next time.